What is going on, guys? My name is Lextasy and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me again. And today we're going to be talking about my wife's 2021 Audi SQ7. Yes, I said it's my wife's. I just don't want to admit I have a third kid on the way and I'm driving a mom car. But I got to say though, this thing is such a sleeper. It's got so much power, so much potential, so much luxury. It's insane. And I think you guys are going to agree with me. So without further ado, let's get this video going. Alright, so there's three things I look for when I'm purchasing a vehicle for myself, for my family, for my wife. It doesn't matter. Number one is, of course, the styling. The styling has to be on point. It's got to be a luxury look to it. It's got to catch attention. And then number two is, of course, performance. It's got to have the horsepower. It's got to have the torque. It's got to have the takeoff. I don't care if it's a third-row SUV. We had a 2018 Trackhawk that did 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. Was like, I don't know, almost 700 horsepower in the Jeep. It was stupid, but it's things like that that I look for. And then number three, of course, is comfort. It's got to be luxury. It's got to be a car that I can get into with my family and drive 4, 5, 10 hours and still be comfortable in it, especially for the price point of $100,000. And without further ado, number one on my list, like I said, is the styling. And this is one of the main reasons why I picked the SQ7. First of all, I love Audis. I was starting to like the Audis after having an RS7. I gotta say, that thing left a really good impression on me, performance-wise, of course, reliability-wise, because God, the things I've done on that car. And of course, you guys have seen the last 20, 30 videos and what we did with that RS7 on the drag strip and everywhere else, but it was reliable and I love it. We even took it to the drag strip for that matter. So like I said, styling. So there was two packages I was looking for whenever I was looking for my SQ7. One was the laser headlights, and let me show you what I mean by that. Do you see how sick these headlights look? Look at this laser. I think it's a $1,250 laser package, or laser headlight package is what it's called. And what it does is it completely changes the headlight look of this thing. So of course the headlights and the taillights in the back play like this little lighting show, I guess you can say, when you turn the car on or when you turn it off. I'm going to show you a clip right now at night what it looks like. Guys, it completely changes this whole car. Whenever you're coming up to it and you unlock it, they start like going back and forth and doing this whole show. It's insane. And then look at the detail, the attention to detail inside the headlight. It is insane. This is a $1,250 package, but tell me that doesn't change the whole front look of this car. Look how aggressive that looks. That's insane. And another package on this car is called the blackout or black optic package, something like that. So what it does is it kind of changes or blacks out all the chrome and stuff like that that's usually on the exterior of the car. So if I'm not mistaken, I think the grille is blacked out. Then if the mirror pieces, stuff like that. So just the plastics itself, I think that's another $1,000 package, but it does change the whole exterior, the look of the car. And when I say styling, it also gives you the 21-inch wheels. This is just in the beautiful spec on this car. I also forgot to mention the color on this car is called a Orca Black Metallic. You can definitely see they put a little more attention detail, more work into getting this color in. It's beautiful. Now on the interior, I don't know why they called it, but they called it a rotor gray color, which is I mean, every time you say rotor, it makes me think of brake rotor. So I don't know why you would call that, but it is a beautiful interior as well. I love the stitching on the interior, on the seats, on the back seats. I mean, everything just looks freaking fantastic in this car. So when I say styling, this car has it all. It is beautiful. The full sunroof, or I guess the panoramic roof, if you want to call it, goes all the way back. These seats do have the massage seat option as well. So here's the actual sticker for the car. So window sticker wise, you're looking at a base price of $85,000, and then what we have is the Orca Black Metallic, rotor gray, like I said, which is doesn't cost anything extra. And then you got the Prestige package. So Prestige package gives you the driver assisted package, which is like the heads up display, and of course the panoramic sunroof, which my kids love and adore. Then you got the luxury package. So that gives you, and this was the really important one for us, is the massage seats, like I told you about. I was definitely looking for that. And then check out this Alcantara interior, guys. Like, it literally feels like comfort, man. It feels like luxury. It looks the part as well. And usually I'm not a big fan of gray. Like, I don't know, just gray seems like it's not going to last, especially with two kids, but it's been holding up pretty well. It doesn't show a lot of stains. Of course, it's leather, so it wipes right off, but my daughter already did a number on the back seat. But yeah, I don't know if I could zoom in, but yeah, she already wrote with a pen or something, which sucks. So I got to figure out how to get that out. I've been trying to wipe and wipe. It feels like the leather's going to rip before I can get that stain out. So give it to the kids, man. That's the ones that should be testing out these family size SUVs in the first place to see if they survive or if it's good quality. But I got to say, that leather on the interior feels like real leather. Like, this this is not some pleather, as I call it, or plastic leather that's, you know, designed to look the part but literally feels nothing like it. Some Lexuses are like that way. That's why I'm not even considering Lexus ever in my future, unless they really change the interior and actually give you the quality that they charge you for. So makes sense. But anyway, styling wise, beautiful car. I love the wheels. Kind of want to really change them up and put those R7 wheels on there if I can. Rear end, like I said, does look beautiful as well. I do wish that if that black optic package actually blacked out a little more of this stuff, like the actual lettering and all that, and I don't know, just I wish it was a fully blacked out car. I think it would look even better. We did do a tint on the front and then the windshield, of course, to change the look of it. I think it's beautiful. I love the way this sucker sits. Now, a lot of people are asking, why didn't you do the RSQ8? And like I told you guys in the previous video, I needed third row. I just needed a third row for the kids. 3 kids, 1 on the way, and technically that's 3, but we're just thinking about the future, and to fit 3 car seats is just literally impossible on any SUV. It really is. It's hard. Like even in this, with how wide this car is, and it's wider than the RSQ8, it would be really a tight fit, and it wouldn't be comfortable. They'll be arguing all the time. So I don't know, I just didn't think that was a good option for us. All right, now let's walk in and talk about the styling on the interior as well. First off, I really don't want to talk about it yet, but guys, it's so comfortable to sit in this car. I can't say it enough. It's sick. Like, it's just so comfortable. These seats are amazing. That stitching, I don't know, just changes the way the whole car feels. I love it. I love the back. It's just presidential style. It's amazing. Just the thought to detail, the attention to detail on this whole car is amazing. Like, I mean, come on now, look at this. This is the little, I guess, cover or heads up or whatever you want to call it. So it covers the sunlight. You can do it to the side, and then you still got one more that pops up here. I mean, who thinks of that? Look at that. That's double the coverage, man. It's kind of like State Farm or Nationwide, whoever talks about it all the time. But anyway, styling wise, I love the carbon, that trim, that piece that goes all the way from here, comes down here, and then follows all the way across the car at the bottom and goes all the way to the other side. Like, it just is beautiful. It gives it a different look. It's amazing. They thought of everything. Look at this though. You turn the car off. The car's off right now. There's no buttons, period, until you get up here, and there's just 2 buttons and then a parking brake. That's it. Everything else is on the touchscreen. So when I close this door and then I press this button, which is red, by the way, which is awesome, look how everything just turns on. All 3 screens just come alive instantly. And this car is so freaking smart. It knows everything from the weather. So like when you're driving through different weather, it knows how to turn the beams on the sides. So it actually gives you more brightness on the left and the right side. I don't know how the headlights do it, but they know. We got a massive navigation screen in the front here, which is adjustable as well. You can make the gauges bigger. You can go through music, see different phone options, everything, and miles per gallon, of course. I mean, this car has more track things than the RS7 did. I mean, it's amazing. Here you can pick which person you are. You're the main customer, or I guess user, or you can be the second user. Why is that important? It adjusts everything from the seating to the actual lighting in the car as well, because there's different lights that glow and strobe that go through this whole car, underneath here on the sides, and to that door, back door, and I'm going to show that to you guys at night. So it knows. So if you just go with the regular user, it adjusts everything to them. So of course you got the climate control at the bottom, also touchscreen as well. You can do auto, you don't have to do auto. It does everything. And when you press the massage button on the side of your seat, which I wish you didn't have to, which you actually don't, because you can go here and press the screen itself and boom, it will pop up. Then you gotta press and hold. There it goes. So seat settings, and you can adjust. You can also swipe, and I can actually start my massage seats from here as well. Close that off. So of course it's on both sides, driver and passenger. Then you can go here and have 2 navigation screens if you really want to be baller. It is awesome. But what sucks is if you're using Apple CarPlay, which is wireless in this car now, you can't really use this navigation and Apple CarPlay at the same time, because we're trying to see when we're driving back home if I can have the navigation, the standard one, in here so I can look at the road and all, and then have Apple CarPlay or Waze here so I can see about cops and all that good stuff. But it just it wouldn't let me do it. But guys, the amount of detail that goes into making this feel, and just, I mean, it's literally like a cockpit. This is an amazing view that you can't beat. Now here's the thing, what I love about it, everybody asks about the touch screens, and what I was worried about is like, man, what if you just accidentally just swiped and everything started touching buttons, or if you're wiping the screen? Look, I can glide all the way across, nothing happens. Why? Because the screen itself, you can't just like do it quickly. You have to actually like press, and you'll hear like this little click that comes on. You can sort of hear it if I move it closer. Watch, so let's do here. So it's like a click click, and then it lets you know that, hey, it's activating whatever you're pushing. Same on this screen as well, which is awesome. The screen has more than just climate. You can do you know, turn off the automatic shut off, on and on. Then you can do the garage doors here and the home address for navigation. It's sick. I mean, you can program the doors. I can't talk enough about this car. Like, I was worried about trading in 2 fast cars, 2 really expensive high-end cars for an SUV, but the more we drove it like out of the dealership, the more we realized this was a good choice for the whole family, period. the luxury. Like I said, guys, kids love it. I mean, you got the little blindfolds on the back, like the little curtains or whatever. I know a lot of cars have it, but it's just, it feels like you're in a cockpit. It feels like you bought a $100,000 car. Trackhawk had the power, $104,000 sticker. Did not feel like this at all. It didn't have half of this stuff. Yes, it had a remote start, but in all German cars that don't really offer that. I don't know why. I think it's something about the European market, but it's not a big deal because technically if you own this car, you're supposed to be fancy and have a garage. I don't have a garage. I live in an apartment still, but not a big deal because this car warms up super, super quick and it's awesome. All right, and number 2 on my list, like I told you guys before, is of course performance. It should be number 1 on the list, but I like styling a little bit more than performance when it comes to a family vehicle. So performance-wise, why did I pick this? Why didn't I get a BMW X5M? Why did I not get a Mercedes GLE 63S, which was an option for us? Let me show you. Let me just do one little small thing and show you why I picked this car over any other brand for that matter. And it's all because this bad boy right here. This is a 4.0 liter V8 twin freaking turbo. Twin turbo sit under this thing. I wish I could pop it without breaking it, but I don't want them to think I messed anything up. The turbo sit literally right dead center here in between the V of the cylinders, and this sucker is so fast. Guys, 500 horsepower and 568 foot-pounds of torque in a third row SUV that can fit comfortably 8 people. 8 freaking people, and believe me, I've done it. My whole family has been here, my parents and all, and we've taken a long trip and didn't feel it. Like, it was just, it's insane, dude. The way this sucker takes off is stupid. Now, here's the cool thing also. You can actually mess with the suspension on this car because it's got air suspension. Of course it does. So did the RS7, but this one takes it to a different level. Let me show you what I mean by that. So, as we showed you before, there's a drive select option here as well. So when you press that, it actually shows you 4 different modes that you can press on the car as soon as it balances. There you go. So you've got all road, which completely lifts the suspension up, and I'm gonna show you how it does it. Then you got auto, comfort, and of course, like I said, all road. So it does adjust and raises the suspension quite a bit. I would say about 2 inches or so. What's cool about this is, watch, when I go in from dynamic, you can hear the valves opening up. You can legitimately see the valves open up, and it's showing you that it's raising the car, but it also has got an individual mode. So what this does is when you press on here, you can adjust how the drive, the suspension, the steering, how everything feels. So if you want it to drive completely comfortable, where you want the engine sound present, as they say it, you can do that as well. So what that does is opens up the exhaust valves. And on that note, I'm about to do an exhaust note on a third row SUV. I wasn't planning to ever say that in the next 5 years, but here it goes. I'll be honest, that's actually not bad at all, but here's the problem with it, and I just realized this because I've never really revved the car. I've heard it, but I've never really revved it. When it's in park, here's what it's doing. So right now we're in E and then individual mode, of course, which means you got the everything open the way we want to, but let's go ahead and just put it in dynamic. So let's do that. So dynamic, of course, lowers the car, adjusts the steering, suspension, no, and opens the valves. But watch what it's doing. So when I'm revving it, I mean, you can hear it on interior, but you're maxed out at 4,000 RPM. So I guess there is some sort of like a governor, I guess you can say, to not let you over rev it and not impress all the other moms whenever you pull up to a soccer game. So there's that part. But let's get this car on the road real quick. And I just want to show you how it feels when you're driving. And it's actually pretty freaking impressive. Here we go. Yeah, baby, this is insane. Like, it's crazy. All right, so we're in the car. Literally, I just put it in sport mode. So believe it or not, my wife doesn't even drive it in sport mode. Why? Because it keeps the RPM so high, like it's actually keeping them higher than what we would experience in the RS7, that it makes it almost uncomfortable driving it, because it's like it wants you to just like, please floor me, please just give me all the gas you can do. But watch. So I'm just gonna mash it and downshift. Fudge sickles, dude. I love it. You can hear everything in the back just flying around. It's crazy, guys. Like, this is a third row SUV that weighs 6,000 pounds, but that torque of 560, 570, you feel that. That is so impressive. I'm actually about to downshift a third row SUV. Here we go. Downshift, second gear, take off and go. Did you hear that? Dude, it's actually got a little barb, like a fart or whatever they want to call it. That's insane. That is so freaking stupid. Watch, I'm in fourth gear, manual, downshift. Downshift instantly, of course. There's no lag whatsoever. It wants you to go, and it lets you use the whole power band. Like, it doesn't stop at 6,000. Redline's almost at 7,000. That's what it'll shift for you. Actually, I don't know if it'll shift for you. I'm about to find out. So, all right, we're third gear, downshift. Wow, downshift 4,000 RPM, mash it. It'll shift for you, but right at the red line. Dude, this is so stupid. Look, it's just stupid. All right, let's put it back in sport mode, right? Sport mode, keep in third gear at 4,000 RPM. It's not downshifting or upshifting to get out of it. It's literally just keeping at that high RPM for you. This car is like designed to be fast. It's stupid. The only difference between this car and the RS7 power setup, I guess, powertrain, whatever you want to say, is just like in the S7 where it's just got smaller turbos. That's it. That's why it's not at 550, 560 from factory like the RS7 is. And it's all because, well, it has small turbos, but it's an easy upgrade. Now, what am I going to do with this car besides enjoy it every single time I get in it? This is fun. I haven't put in sport mode in so long. This is just like stupid. There's no way to put it. But my plan for this car is, and what sucks is there's no tuning software out there, period, that even works on these cars yet. It's just such an early platform that's got power now that they don't know what to do. Like if you were to get a Q7, literally has like a 3.0 liter turbo or something V6. It's kind of sad. So nobody's really thinking that there's idiots like me out there that's actually want to tune at SQ7. But my plan is, as soon as ABT or APR or DS1 comes out with the tune, is of course we're going to tune this thing. I want to put downpipes on it, which I don't know if it'll work off of a RS7. All right, guys, so we're in sport mode, automatic. So it's shifting normally, keeping 2,000. Watch what happens when I mash it right now. 3, 2, 1. Jeez, dude. Why is this even a thing? My God, that was 100 in kilometers. Wow, that is stupid, guys. That literally would take your breath away. If you SUV though, that's the thing. Like, and the cool thing about it is in performance mode right now, the suspension is so fine-tuned. It sits so low, it literally feels planted. Like you can go around the corner, and I've done it, and you're just not worried about losing it or being top heavy, nothing like that. Now, if you were to put it in all-road or off-road mode, it actually turns off all the stabilization as well, and actually pops up on the screen, says, hey, electronic stabilization off, be careful how you drive. And the car actually gets a little bouncy and heavy, and it's crazy. Like, this is, I love it. It really does. So third row, you can have people in the back, you have a full party in here. You can mash the gas pedal and know that you can pass a truck, you can pass a car, you can get wherever you need to get pretty quickly. So imagine if it's doing 4.0 0 to 60 now, what it's going to do with the tune and let's say downpipes and intake. That's going to be great. I bet you we can get close to 600 wheel on it. I probably could. Turbos upgrade, I think it's like 4 or 5 grand to get the even higher stage than just the RS7 turbos. But I'm pretty sure if we just upgraded RS7 turbos, like 1,500 bucks to slap on here, and we could be right where we were with the RS7. Put it in an SUV with the third row weighing 6,000 pounds. Dude, imagine this thing on slicks. I can see it. It's just, I'm gonna do it. That's the problem with me. If somebody says, hey man, there's this program out there, just go ahead and just plug it into the computer, man. Just let your car have fun. Say no more, man. You don't gotta force me to do nothing. You tell me I could get more power out of a third row rocket as it is, absolutely I'm gonna do it. I'm glad we're done driving, because I think I pissed off a lot of people. As well as just impressed a lot of people as well, if you can impress somebody in an SUV this size. But anyways, guys, last and final real quick point, luxury. Is this car luxury? Yeah. I mean, think about it. You got massage seats, you got Alcantara, whole car, the whole roof is Alcantara. Not that anybody touches their roof in their car, period, but it's there, and it's like a $3,000 package. It is there. It's awesome, and it definitely feels really comfortable. It feels like a luxury car. You got air suspension that makes you feel like you're floating on clouds. Literally, this car is just so smart. It knows what you're doing. If I open a door, it's going to actually lower the suspension because it knows I'm about to get in. And if I open the trunk in the back, it's got a button on the side here that I can actually lower the back side of this car to help me get the stuff in and out. And I can actually raise it as well if I wanted to. So you can raise the or lower the back seats from the back as well. Guys, this thing's got everything. Things that you don't even consider or ever think about or probably ever use, but it's got them. And on top of that, let me show you something really cool that not a lot of people know about Audis. I don't know if other brands have them, but the RS7 had it, and so does this one. It's got dual panel, whatever it's called, glass in all the windows. What that means is you got 2 pieces of glass here, which means that the interior ride is super quiet. You don't hear the side road noise. You don't hear anything coming out the side. So when you're mashing the gas pedal, all you hear is the exhaust out the back and your music music that's blasting in the speakers. That's it. You don't hear nobody else cussing at you because you're faster than them, or you're passing them, or you're doing something crazy. You're just enjoying life. And that's what I love about this car. It's such a sleeper. I don't know, guys, do you want me to tune this car? Do you want me to do stuff to this car? Just comment down below. Let me know. Drop a comment, drop a like, drop a subscription if you want to see an idiot spend thousands of dollars on tuning his SQ7, which I'm gonna do anyways, but still drop a subscription. And do you hear that? That's the actual turbo fan cooling off everything in the car, just like the R7 does, like the performance car does. It does it in the SQ7 as well. I mean, look at this look. Look how the intercoolers are sticking out and the coolers are sticking out on both sides of the grills. It's so stupid. I don't know how many times I'm gonna use that word, but this car makes no sense. But it's here, it's real. I drive it, my wife drives it daily, just like the Trackhawk. But now it's a lot more, I don't know, more fit to our needs, what we need. And it just made sense, guys. So I hope now you understand why I got myself a 2021 SQ7. Thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy your life, enjoy your cars, and I'll see you next time. Peace.